the No Kings March took over. I've never seen so much protest. It is fair to say that people don't like this Trump guy.
They do not like this Trump guy. He's orange. I don't know if you knew that.
He's persona non grata. It's fair to say.
No Kings protest, and it was successful because still not a king.
I'm not a No Kings guy. I'm more of a two princes. All right. Bangers. Do you know what? I do this with. I've done this probably multiple times. It's been one of my go-tos. If you use it on your wife, anytime you get into it, put on Spin Doctor's "Little Miss Can't Be Wrong."
I don't know.
It's such a fun move because when they're arguing something and it's just like they won't let it go and they're incorrect. You pop it on. We'll get copyright issues. Yep. But you pop it on. It goes, "Little Miss can't be wrong." What you gonna do? A rock and roll song. Little Miss can't be wrong. Spin Doctor's at Bangers. Remember? What time is it? 3:30. Is it me? No. It's just early. Do you remember that?
I do remember that song, actually.
Dude, that band rocks.
Yeah.
Little Miss Can't Be Wrong is one of the best songs in the world to put on for a girl's theme song.
Good to know.
It's never not funny.
People are in that in my house.
What time is it?
It's the anthem in my home.
It's a Spin Doctor's rule.
Yeah, Spin Doctors are great.
Good reference.
Yeah, good reference.
So the No Kings, I have a few things to say. The first one is this article is probably my favorite article about No Kings.
Okay.
How to get more black people at No Kings.
Call it No Kings.
Why the No Kings?
we was No Kings.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
What? Yeah, that's you're right. Maybe you said No Kings, then they're just like, well, then obviously.
Yeah, all us Wakanda folk, I guess, can't.
So my ancestors are not welcome.
Yeah. This is an anti-black thing.
That is sort of an anti-black thing to say No Kings, right?
Yeah.
Why No Kings protest didn't appear to excite Black America. And they've listed off a bunch of things where they go, these are some things.
Really, they're really struggling with this whole, this is white people shit, okay? I hate to break it to you. This, protesting every fucking weekend. They're they did their George Floyd. They got it out of their system for a decade.
I don't know. I don't think I know any black guys that go protest a lot unless they really get on board with kind of hipster white chicks.
I don't know any.
None that I can think of the top of my mind. I can think of extraneous entertainment industry adjacent people.
Maybe. But this is white people shit. This is white people shit.
The No Trump protest is.
I think just a lot of these protests in general.
Well, the black ones aren't necessarily, but even them.
Maybe the ICE ones are a little mixed. But again, there was a whole thing with the ICE protests because black people weren't showing up for the ICE protests either, and everybody was like, "What the fuck?" And they're like, "Yeah, we're not doing this."
Well, a big part of this is you need women that don't have jobs, right?
Yeah. Well, no, the No Kings is on the weekend though. They did schedule on the weekend. It's all senior citizens.
That's the thing. There's nothing that's more of a kryptonite for Trump than women his own age.
Oh, yeah.
Is that not funny to think about? That is the big clash is between Trump and women his own age.
Yeah, just 75-year-old women.
Yeah, well, he's got his younger girlfriend. That is always a that's a historical natural enemies.
I mean,
80-year-old guy dating a 40-year-old woman.
Yeah.
She's not 40. What is she, 50 now? 50. But an 80-year-old guy dating a woman 30 years younger is never going to be seeing eye to eye with women his own age.
No, old white women fucking hate his ass.
Right. So, but the problem is, they did this, article where they listed off things that they could do to get more black people. Mm-hmm. None of them were the things that would actually help.
Yeah, pop shot,
basketball court. Too obvious. Freestyle battle at the. Also, it is a funny sketch, though, thinking about the No Kings protest, them thinking about how they could get more black people there.
Yeah.
The meeting of 7 white people, how do we get the brothers involved?
Yeah, that's a doozy. I don't know.
I mean, it's the same as the black president.
It goes back to every other thing that's happened in the last 4 years where every white person's hey, we did your thing. Can you come do our thing? And they're just no. No. Thanks for coming out. But no, we're not doing your thing.
Also, there's an element of this protest that was very elderly, like you said. which,
Yeah.
I mean, probably doesn't appeal to like your average black guy.
No. Like your average black guy is not like, oh, I'm going to go to the No Kinks. Maybe I'll meet Doug Emhoff. Maybe I'll get a photo with Doug Emhoff.
It's an elderly protest.
Yeah, but like an old white person goes, holy shit, I met fucking Doug Emhoff.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Protesting is becoming a retired guy pastime, really. I mean, maybe it always was to some degree.
It always was. The Palestine protest stuff got a little bit of a younger.
But if you think about this, there's something to be said about, think about all the protesters that, okay, so Trump's been kicking around since 2016 now, right? That's when he really ignited people.
Yeah.
There was probably, your average college kid at that time was, 18, 19,
Yep.
is now 30.
Yeah.
So your average 30-year-old's kind of in the midst of their career. Maybe they're getting married, having a kid. So I think they've gotten away. I know a lot of women that maybe were 18 and they were really about the protest life.
Sure.
Now that they're 30, they're not so much about that,
Yeah.
right? However, the woman who was 60 got really into protesting in 2016 is now 70, and
Nothing's changed.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just a little slower, but other than
Right.
that.
So the 18-year-olds, most of the college kids, I would say 75% of college kids that are protesting, you get 5 years out of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
The people that start protesting at 58, like they're retired,
Yeah.
kids are gone from the house, they got time on their hands, their husbands got money, so they don't need to worry about nothing like that.
Hate Trump.
They're on Facebook, they're boomer memeing. They have time on their hands, and they have 30 years of this, and now it's become their pastime. They got protesting friends. They're getting really good at writing signs.
Oh, they're so good at signs. They are so good at signs.
So I think for these people, they keep collecting, and they don't go anywhere.
Well, they die.
Whereas there's turnover with the young people.
They do die, but
Yeah, but you get 30 years out of them.
you get a good chunk out of them. Yeah.
So I think that it's Facebook is probably a big part of this. But yeah, the older generation, once they start protesting, it's like, if you start protesting at 65, at 75, you're not going to just be like, I'm done.
No.
You start.
Now
You
with
know
Trump
the
in
people there.
office.
It's your social circle now.
Yeah, they're probably low-key hoping J.D. Vance wins in 2028. Just give him something to do.
Oh, yeah, they need to,
Gavin
right?
Newsom wins. You're like, what do we even do anymore? I have no purpose in my life.
They're going to have to like go to Texas and protest governors, I guess.
I guess. Tesla dealerships or something. Goes, are Tesla's bad again? You go, not really.
Yeah. So otherwise, I mean, at that point, it is really, you stop moving, you die. So I think there is a few of these people that are 78 and they're just like sitting in the hospital bed and they're just like, well, get better for what? You know what I mean? My kids don't call me. My life sucks. I haven't had sex in fucking 6 years because my wife's, on a mobility scooter.
Yeah.
And then you go, what's the only thing keeping me going? It's, well, I got the P test next. There's that P test in a month and a half.
Yeah.
We're doing a Halloween anti-Trump spooktacular.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only thing keeping me going right now.
I like that the Democrats Abroad thing. Did you see that? Or the Democrats Abroad, which is like a group of Democrats who I guess
I think I did. Yeah,
live in other countries, and they're just like, we're changing the name of No Kings protest to No Tyrants, as to not offend the kings in the countries we live in. So it's like, so wait, kings are good? You go, yeah. It's like the country I live in is great, and obviously kings are cool here, but definitely not in America.
Yeah, it is hilarious. They're doing the new Kings protest, and people are like, "Oh, you're protesting the king?" You're like, "Well, no, okay." I can see
This king is good. The all benevolent king. I love him.
They don't like the prince there, though. The Prince Andrew.
No, I think he
been in hot
lost
water.
his title.
Yeah, I saw it.
He's no longer a duke.
Yeah, he stripped his title. That's what happens when you've been stripping your clothes off on a certain island.
Yeah.
He might be one of the only people that actually has felt blowback from Epstein, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Like, is there anyone else who really, out of all the people other than Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, who really has gotten any blowback? Probably just Andrew kind of got cooked on
Yeah,
it.
pretty much. Like, it's not like it cost Bill Gates anything.
No, that's what I was going to say. Bill Gates is the next person that comes to mind, but he's business as usual.
Yeah.
Clinton's business as usual.
Nothing. Yeah, nobody.
Yeah.
That's true.
So the only person that really took a beating on and his was funny. I was doing a joke about it, but he was the one who goes, they told him he can't go anymore. And he said, I'm going to go back one more time just to tell him I'm not coming back ever again.
He goes, I think they have a phone on the island. He goes, no.
I got to tell him in person.
You don't break up with somebody of 10 years over the phone. That's kind of a classless move.
Yeah, Prince does things right.
Yeah,
I go back. I give him one last hurrah.
Tell him how I really feel over, the course of a week or so.
Yeah, so he basically pulled a one last job on the island.
Yeah.
But
can you blame the guy?
I mean, I was kind of thinking about just when you talk about protests in general and arguing with AI about this topic. And I was sort of in agreement, to be completely honest. But my hypothesis was I was kind of thinking, like, what are the reasons for protests and when do they help? And you go, well, they help, for example, if there's like a big movement and people aren't aware of it. Like even in, let's say, Palestine, for example, at the beginning, it probably does kick politicians in line where they're just like, oh shit, there are a lot of people that really, you know,
they care about
because you can look at online and stuff like that.
The women's march was effective.
You think so?
I mean, it started the Me Too movement. Like, it literally started the Me Too movement, and all the stuff that came from that was like,
so there are times when there's times when it helps and then times when it hurts, right?
Yeah.
And I was kind of thinking about what are those characteristics that make a protest successful. And one of the probably the biggest one is that, like, that you have a crazy movement and people don't realize that it's that big.
Yeah.
And then politicians start being like, oh shit, fuck, I can't just ignore these people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, I got to take their opinions into consideration, that, right?
You do need a president who cares, though, too.
Well, it's not just about the president. There's other politicians, right?
Yeah,
But so with that, have awareness. Okay, with the Trump issue, there's full awareness. There's no. So my point was that one's irrelevant because you're like, hey, we're raising awareness. You go, we're raising awareness about hating Trump. Like,
right? Yeah.
There's the maximum awareness.
Yeah. There could not be more awareness.
Right. So then the other would be changing people's opinions, right? Where you go, there's a lot of people on the fence, and then, there's all these protests, and you start, okay, maybe, again, people are pretty made their mind up on this issue, right? So it's not changing any minds. So the No Kings protest isn't changing any minds.
No.
It's not raising more awareness because you've actually maxed out awareness. So the only option is potentially like alienating people that are just like, oh fuck, I'm trying to get to now the street's all blocked off.
Yeah. I mean, this is just something to do. This, the left loves to protest and they love to get out.
Yes, so that is 100% what it is. But I think there are ones where you could be like, okay, this is doing something. This one was. I don't think there's any scenario where it can't really have the negative effect because you can't raise awareness about people.
No, I mean, Trump loves seeing this. Like, the people are like, oh, fucking middle finger to Trump. They're like, he loves this. Like, he has his, Trump 2028 hats where he's just like a troll. Like, I don't think he really intends to run again or whatever. But like, people see this and they go, oh, this guy wants to be a king. He wants to have more than 2 terms. And he's just like, I'm just like ruining your Saturday. I love this. Yeah, I do think there's that element where he just loves trolling these people.
Well, he posted a video of him dropping shit on Harry Sisson.
Yeah.